Welcome to another episode of Sweet 915. I'm your host, Curtis Smith, and my co-host
It's me, Fedora. Hey,
is
Curtis.
me, Fedora. Hey, Fedora, happy Palm Sunday to you. Did you get your
Same
blessings
to
today?
you.
You eat your collard greens and black eyed peas and all that stuff?
No,
No? Oh, that's right. You,
no.
you, you changing your diet. It's all good. But hey, we got a good show today. It's Women's History Month as we continue to close it out. Today is the last day, and we got a good guest today. You know, but before we do that, we're going to talk about COVID updates. So if you would like to get a COVID update, we recommend that you go to El Paso Matters, and they will give you some great updates on COVID-19 shots. That they're having more shots this week. I'm going to schedule my shot this week. Hopefully, I can get an appointment because it's being put out there that they have more shots now to give out um, to the public. So I don't know which one it is. And when I went to the site for CVS is giving out shots as
Oh,
well,
really?
but it says it's not going to tell you which shot you're going to get. You'll know when you get there. So I don't know if it's going to be
Huh?
the Moderna, the Pfizer, or the
Uh-huh.
Johnson and Johnson. So
That's
I haven't
that's
heard
what I got.
Johnson. You got the Pfizer?
No, I got the Moderna, the
Yes,
first,
everyone.
the first
Fedora
shot.
got the shot. Fedora got the shot.
Why you see? You're not
I'm gonna
right.
get the shot. I'm gonna get the shot because I'm not scared. I've had
Sure,
COVID,
you're not,
so
Curtis.
and now I'm cleared to get the shot, so I'm gonna get the shot.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got it. This past week. All I had was my arm was a little sore.
Mhm.
But I did. It was funny because um, me and some other people got it, and we were all like comparing our or updating each other on whatever symptoms we had. So the only thing that it was just that I got really tired. It threw me back in the mindset. It brought back memories from when I was in school, working, staying up late doing papers, not getting but like maybe 3 hours of sleep for an entire week. So it reminded me of that feeling when you're
Mhm.
just so tired until you can barely keep your eyes open to drive home. So yeah, that's the type of feeling I had. And I went to sleep, woke up, and got that rest, and I was better. So it lasted what that was one day. My arm was sore for about 2 days, and
Mhm.
now I'm back, to normal. So
So,
that was the
so,
only side effect
so
that
when
I
you took the
experienced.
shot, did you instantly feel the pain, and then no side effects or nothing like that? As far
I
as
didn't even feel the shot, to tell you the truth.
okay,
I didn't even feel it when he put it in my arm. It was he was talking to me, and maybe that was his way of distracting me because he was
uh huh,
asking me questions and I was answering him. And I
okay,
guess while he was asking me those questions, he was putting it in my arm, and that part of my brain was functioning, trying to answer. And I wasn't paying attention to him putting it in my arm, so I
right,
literally did not feel the shot. Um,
okay,
but I don't know if that was a technique he has mastered to do to every person, or if it
yeah,
was just me.
I've
Um,
heard that they do that.
yeah. So yeah, it worked because I didn't feel it. And the only I think it was maybe let's see, I got it done around 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it was about 5 hours before my arm started to feel sore. But I
Okay.
took ibuprofen. Because I take ibuprofen anyway. So I
Mhm.
took my ibuprofen at around lunchtime, which was around 12. And I mean, I was fine. I didn't have, and it wasn't a bad soreness, almost like when you work out or when you lift weights and you're a little sore.
Okay.
That's how it felt.
Okay. So
But yeah, if
so
you
so
want to
you
take
feel
it,
safe that you
take it.
took the shot now, so you can tell other people it's okay to get the shot because uh, Fedora got the shot, and I think soon they're gonna start giving shots to students so that um, they can get them back in the classroom because and we'll get more information on that because it's going to affect the funding for the schools like you told us a while back. you guys get paid. The funding comes from the kids in the seat. So that's one of the issues that they're discussing downtown about
Mm-hmm.
getting the students the shots so that we can start getting them back in the classroom now that the teachers are getting the shots. So and so
Mm-hmm.
everybody feels safe around each other. So
Mm.
and get back to the normal thing that's normal life, your normal life. Um,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, Fedora. So you know
Okay.
what happened recently with Kirk Franklin. Do you
Mm-hmm.
feel that he should have apologized to his 30-something-year-old son when he blatantly disrespected his father?
Mm-mm. I don't think he owed him an apology. His son needs to apologize for first
Mhm.
blasting it, making a personal private thing public, and him disrespecting his father that way. Um I know emotions were high and what you say in private, and plus he's a grown man. He's not like he's 15 or 16 years old. He was talking to a 30 something year old male. So actually it backfired. What he was trying to do to his father and tear him down and break him down, it backfired on his grown behind. You
Right.
30 years old and you talking like that to your daddy. Plus, you trying to make it public to do something to defame him, but it
Mhm.
backfired. God is good all the time because it backfired on his behind. So I hope he learns this lesson. I know Kurt probably will not like disown him because that's his blood, that's his son, and he loves him regardless.
Mhm.
We love all our kids, but sometimes you have to feed them with a long handle spoon when they're
Yeah.
cutting the food. And he's 30 years old. Like, dude, you ain't got it together yet. Come on now.
Yeah.
Ask somebody, get your life together.
All right.
So, you know, I'm glad it backfired on this behind. And
Yeah.
all the consensus that I've heard and seen, people are saying it should have stayed a private matter. No, Kirk should not apologize. The son need to be apologizing.
I agree
Because
with
he probably started, and there's no telling what he had said before. I don't even know what the argument was about. Like, why are you
you.
putting this out? We don't want to know your business.
And Ricky Smiley stated, we only heard the
Part
other
of it.
part that you put. We didn't hear the beginning of the conversation. You
Yeah,
didn't think to put that on there to see what the argument was about. You just tried to
yeah,
blast your
yeah.
father and try to defame him by putting it on Facebook, a private matter that should have stayed private. Yeah,
Yep.
Ricky Smiley's not happy about that, but he said what he said. I ain't never heard Ricky Smiley cuss that much, but hey, it's all good. So,
Rick was
hey,
hot.
yeah, we're gonna talk about that in the near future. So, the latest and greatest news and the buzz in the social media world. But we'll wait to talk about it on another show. But the internet celebrity and Christian influencer Derek Jackson and his wife made an appearance to address concerns about his infidelity. Do you believe Christians should be held to a higher standard, or is it more so public figures being held accountable for their deeds? And we want to hear from you. Message us on social media or email us at the Real Sweet 915 and let us know what are your questions that you want to discuss about that. And if you want to hear that topic, I think it's important. I think being a celebrity and being in the spotlight, that's why some celebrities are very, very private because they don't want to be in the spotlight. They don't want all their business all over the news. But with the paparazzi getting uh, uh, pictures of them and what's that other one? TMZ. TMZ, you can find out everything about from TMZ fast in a hurry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Before I was on the road and my phone dinged and it was TMZ telling us that Kobe Bryant had passed away in a helicopter
Oh,
crash. TMZ. And
wow.
then after TMZ, then I started hearing from other social outlets. And then I didn't believe it until I heard it from the news. I was like, nah, TMZ.
CNN.
Yeah, I was like,
Hmm.
nah, TMZ. Nah. Yeah. But if you want to have your local events and you want us to promote it, just send us an email at the Real Sweet 915 or message one of us on social media at host Curtis Smith or at It's Me Fedora, and we'll get your information here on Sweet 915 and promote your events that you have coming up. Just let us know. All this month we will continue to feature the women making a difference, and we would like to highlight you during one of our shows if you would like to come on. But today we're recognizing women making moves across the nation and here on the border. Today's guest is U.S. Army veteran Kamishala Rumph, founder of Miss Bag Lady, a local nonprofit organization. She's coming now. Well, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How
How
are you
are
guys?
you?
Hi.
We're good. Welcome to the show,
Thank you.
and happy Palm Sunday to you too.
Same to yourself.
So, we're going to ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself, if you
Okay,
could.
absolutely. Well, my name is Kamishala. I am originally from a small town in Georgia, Marshallville, where I was born and raised. I served 8 years in the U.S. Army, and I've lived here in the El Paso area for a combination of about 10 years.
Mm,
Uh, so, I'm currently employed with USAA and a full-time student as well.
okay, outstanding. She's getting her education, Fedora. So, tell us what made you want to establish a nonprofit organization, and what exactly is the mission, your mission statement?
Okay. Well, the reason why I actually wanted to create the organization was to provide for the community. Now, Miss Bag Lady was a concept that I had been toying with maybe for about since about 2018. I decided to actually get serious about establishing the organization right at the end of 2018. Um, I had no idea, what exactly I wanted to do or how I wanted to do it, but I did know that I wanted to start an organization to help those in need. I did a lot of online research. I started just getting some information from local charities on what their needs were and how those needs could be met. And around 2019, the beginning around January, I just noticed that it was very, very cold in El Paso. And I just thought, hey, what if I could just give just these little bags with just some personal hygiene items, a hot cloth with some water, some gloves, a hat, some socks. Maybe that could just help just a little bit. And that's actually where the concept came.
Okay, okay. Um, so, tell us the story behind the unique name of your organization.
Well, it actually came from both my daughter and I just sitting down, just thinking. We were just going back and forth, just brainstorming with each other. And she was like, well, Ma, you know, Miss is because, it's being ran by a woman, it's established by a woman. Lady, you're a lady. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And she was like, well, you're going to be giving out all of your items in bags. And she said, we I out 2 days or so. And
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, I think that's a great idea. So at that point, we got the logo made. We got business cards and things like that. And it just catapulted from that point on.
So, how long did it take for you to establish the nonprofit?
The process to actually start the process to establish the organization is not in the establishing of the organization. Is
Mhm.
more tax. That's the most tedious.
Oh, it's cutting out.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
So once we established the organization, we wanted to ensure that we went ahead and took the steps to making sure everything was copyrighted and owned solely by Miss Back Lady. That way, no one else
Okay.
could use it. So I actually used a third party company. I used Swift Filings that
Mhm.
actually did all the state paperwork for me. I just paid the fee for them to take care of it.
Okay.
They pretty much walked me through everything. And I think for someone just starting out, if you're not familiar, I would recommend that you do get a third party which can actually handle those things for you, but they will also talk you through them so that you don't have to use them all the time. Um, they did all the paperwork. It took maybe about 6 to 7 months for all of the paperwork to be done with the state. As soon as the paperwork was completed, they actually sent you all of your documents. So you had all of your documents to take care of. As far as with the tax ID and making sure those things were done, I actually they offered the service. But I actually did the tax ID information myself. It took me about 30 minutes on the irs.gov website to create
Okay.
the actual, to get the information for the tax ID. I know now that it's still the way that I did it, which is pretty much easy. But
Mhm.
as of May 13th, they are going to change their requirements. So if it's something that you're looking into, you want to go ahead and try and look into it now, because the requirements are going to change on May 13th.
Okay. Okay. Um, and all of this is filed downtown. You did all this through El Paso, or it's just
It
basically
was
the
actually
area?
done several different ways. It
Mhm.
was actually filed federally, it
Mhm.
was filed through the state, and it was filed locally as well. So
Okay.
Swift Filings actually took care of all three for me. I just paid the fee, and it was somewhere right around about $500, $600. I
Okay.
can't give you the exact number. Things do change, of course. So it may be a little bit more now than it was when I started, but that was what, I did.
Okay. Okay. Miss Fedora.
Okay. So, what are some things that you've done since establishing your nonprofit?
Well, when starting the actual nonprofit, our first event was to provide just essential hygienic needs to those in needs. We were going to local shelters. We went to um, just underneath the bridges where we saw individuals that were just, homeless. Our goal was to provide about 100 bags that were filled with, like deodorant, soap, toilet paper, socks, hats, as well as gloves. And that was in the end of 2018. So from the end of about the winter season started around October, for October to March, we actually provided those needs for those individuals. We had a goal of about 100. We end up doing about 350. So we were able to provide for 350 individuals during that time. The Las Palmas house that's located downtown, um, they actually service battered women and children. We were able to donate to that location as well during 2018. 2019, we did the very same thing. However, we added some additional things as to getting some stockings for the children, to have those for those children. We did that very same thing at the Las Palmas house. We also did the bags as well. In 2018, we actually did the stockings. I'm sorry, 2020, we did the stockings again, but instead of just doing them at the Las Palmas house, we was able to service 3 shelters here in El Paso, along with we provided 25 stockings to the children in Juarez as well.
Oh, okay. That's good
Yeah.
stuff.
That's outstanding. That's outstanding.
And we're
So,
currently, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
And we're currently having an event now that we're going to give the women of the Las Palmas house, all of those women there, as well as all of the women that are currently at the children's and women's battered shelter downtown as well. We're having an event that's called Bags Filled with Love. So what those bags are, instead of them just being like the little bags that we were giving out, which were, paper bags or plastic, however, those, we're actually giving each woman a handbag with all of her personal items in those in the bag. That way, if she has something like a job interview, something to that nature, she does have that confidence to say, hey, sometimes I know handbags make me feel good. So as a woman, I'm saying, hey, let me give this woman a bag so that she has something to carry her personal items in. So we're doing that right now.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
Good stuff.
So are you looking for volunteers right now?
Well, right now we're not searching for any volunteers. It's relatively still small. However, we are currently working on the website that will allow for volunteer opportunities. The website should be up within the next 2 weeks or so. So it'll actually give anyone the opportunity to say, hey, I want to help out, or, here's, you can come to this location and pick up. It'll actually have links that you can send everything directly to the email, and then I'll reach out to you directly so that we can go ahead and get something scheduled. So of course, as it grows, we will need more volunteers. Right now, I do have quite a bit of friends and family that's helping out.
Okay. And how can, if someone wants to donate items or purses, like you said, the new drive is with purses and stuff. Do they need to be brand new or can they be gently used or?
Yeah, for the purses, we are taking either new or gently used handbags. When I say gently used, if it's not something that you would want to, use again, then of course you give it away. You don't want to just hold on to something that you don't want. But if it's something that you're saying, hey, it's the paint is peeling off, you want to use that. So we don't want to give those items to individuals. But if anyone wants to give, of course, you can email me at missbaglady19@gmail.com. I can pick up locally here in El Paso. If you would like to give monetarily, it's $missbaglady19 for Cash App. Either of those two ways you can actually give, and that's personally up to you. I can actually give, of course, any receipts so that you can. It is a taxable item, so they will receive a tax deduction for it.
Okay, great. So before we wrap up, we have a few more questions pertaining to Women's History Month. So, question: do you believe it is important to recognize observances such as Women's Month?
I actually do. I believe that it is important to observe like Women's Month, Black History, Hispanic Heritage, only because it does put a limelight on individuals who have made a positive impact on either their community or the world itself. It actually allows the next generation to witness greatness, and it actually allows them to, at that point, know that, hey, if this person could do it, so can I. It gives them maybe a sense of accomplishment. Okay, it's not that hard. Or if they need a little extra nudge, okay, oh wow, I read this about this woman and she went through this. I know that I can do it as well. So it's all about encouragement. By letting them see someone that's like them, it encouraged them to do things as well.
Great. That's good. And as you were speaking, I was thinking it only takes that one idea, right? And for you to have that idea, and then another person would come and say, oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea, but let's add this to it. And then you go off and then, okay, well, let me contact you with this person. And then boom, before you know it, it's off and running. And in your mind, it was something small, but I could see this growing into something, much larger and to reach more people and organizations. And it just was between you and you and your daughter. You just came up with an idea and just ran with it. And it only takes that small step for you to continue to go. So I love it. I love it. And thank you so much, for having that vision and following it, because a lot of us have a lot of visions and ideas, but it'll just stay there. It won't go any further. So thank you for pushing it, further.
Absolutely.
To help out. Yeah. So what are some words of encouragement or inspiration you can give to women who are trying to navigate life in the age of this, horrible pandemic? Now we're in a year in, so in 2021.
Well, for me, the pandemic actually gave me a chance to actually sit down and think, and which was a good thing, because sometimes I think we become so busy in everyday life that we forget to stop and just think. What I would say is progress. Progress does equal progression. So if you trust the process, then you know that progression will come soon thereafter. So just waiting on the actual process to start. You actually have to be the one to start the progress in order to see the progression that you want. It's okay to sometimes just sit and think, but you also have to be a person of action. If you just take the time to say, hey, this is just something that I want to do and I want to see happen. However, we can continue to say, hey, I want to see, I want to see, I want to see. However, we take no actions in making those things happen. So I always just say to myself and people that I'm trying to encourage, or even my children themselves, be the change that you want to see. If you want to see the change, be the change that you want to see.
That's good. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Action.
Before we move on, I just want to ask, with your nonprofit and the items that you prepare for your bags, do you get donations from places like Walmart, Target, Um, what's the other
Walgreens,
store?
anyway.
Yeah, those stores like
Walgreens,
that.
any
Yeah,
store.
Walgreens. Do they provide you assistance as well so that if you're financing it out your own pocket, they can assist and cut back on some of the costs.
Yeah.
For
I actually have submitted documentations for those companies to ask for additional help. I'm
Mhm.
still just waiting on a answer. Right
Okay.
now, I'm pretty much financing everything on my own or through, of course, private donations.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So fun fact, looking back, what would Kamishala 2021 tell 17-year-old Kamishala?
Mm.
Whew.
One, being an adult is not what you thought it would be.
You was trying to get there fast,
I'm
Yeah,
huh?
trying to
don't
get
worry,
there
don't.
fast.
Yeah.
I would actually just tell her, um, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Hmm.
And no matter what, anyone says, you're the only one that can stop you.
Right.
So continue to push yourself.
Okay. And don't be so quick to want to be an adult and grow up.
No, I mean, you want to slow that thing all the way down.
Way down. Okay.
All the way down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay in the teen realm as long as you
As
possibly can.
long as possible.
Yeah.
It's not as fun as you think it is.
Wow.
The older you get, the more responsibility.
So
Absolutely.
you mentioned two locations. Um, is there were you surprised to see when you started the Bag Lady nonprofit? Like you said, you went under some of the bridges and stuff. Were you surprised at how many women were out there? Were you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, the thing is, of course, I had witnessed men, and we actually even service men as well. It just happens that, here lately we have been geared towards the battered women and the Christ and the Children's Crisis Center, those things. But we had seen men, and then I noticed I actually had gone down to the bus station. It was a time where they had put the very hard lean on the sending everyone back, deporting everyone. And I saw
Okay.
little children down there with no shoes on and it was raining and so cold that day. And I was like, oh my God, what can I do to help them? What can I do? What can I do? Because there is no way. I have 3 children and
Hmm.
they've never had to experience those things. But I would just saying as a mother, my heart went out to say these babies are freezing. They're gonna get sick. Let's do something to try and fix it.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
at that point it was just like, okay, we okay, no more talking about it, let's make it happen. And
Mhm.
that's pretty much where it's been since then, just moving, keeping the wheels moving.
Yeah.
Wow.
Keeping the turning. That's what's up. That's
That
yeah.
that
Because
is.
I'm
That's
out there
awesome.
sometimes too, and just recently I was taken to some places and I was like, people live here. I never knew it. Just right up the street from my house. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. And so
Wow.
yeah, I feel where you're coming from with assisting those people. But for those out there, like she said, if you would like to assist, her information is right there. Miss Baglady19 at gmail.com, and you can cash app her a donation, and you can receive a tax credit. Cash app her at Miss a dollar sign Miss Baglady19, and we would just wanted to thank you for coming on and telling us a little bit about what you do here in El Paso on the borderland and establishing your nonprofit to be an asset to those that are already doing something. You're by you establishing this nonprofit and giving back, you're setting the tone for everybody else, and you're saying, if I can do it with 3 kids, I know you can too. So I know you can give
Mhm.
$20 here or there, or just come out and help me, because 100 bags is a lot of bags to fill, and for you to have to do that with
Mhm.
your daughter, I know that's a lot on you guys. So we'd like to thank you for your your organization that you established and continue to do great things out here, and hopefully you get the support that you need in the near future. But before we go, we would like to know if you have any additional comments, anything you want to tell the people about whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you guys for actually having me on and bringing light to, this organization so that we can actually help more people. Again, this is just solely done from the heart. Is nothing that I'm benefiting from by any means. Um, I just feel like it's only so many handbags that we can carry, or so many pair of shoes that one person can wear. So if you take $10 and buy 10 personal hygiene items to give to someone else, that's pennies. Yeah, we spend we spend $10-15 at Chick-fil-A or Sonic instead of eating out one day. Just donate that and maybe cook a meal at home. So it's just making small adjustments so that you can actually see a smile on a child's face that may have not gotten anything for Christmas. A child doesn't understand, hey, Jesus is the reason for the season. A child understands, I didn't get a toy for Christmas. And if I can help one person or one child put a light in their eyes, then my job is done.
Outstanding.
And I would just ask that, when thinking or when donating, that you maybe think that way as well. And what if it was you? What if it were you? What if it were you?
Okay. Well, thank you again for being on the show. It's Women History Month, and we're glad that you came on so that we can recognize you for the things that you did, that you do in the community. And once again, hey, have a good day.
Yeah.
And
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I will be
so much.
donating and contacting you because I want to do some things, and I have some handbags too. So yeah.
All right. Awesome. Well, we definitely appreciate any donations, and thank you guys again for having me on. It was definitely greatly appreciated.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Miss Fedora. I didn't even tell you how nice your hair looked today. Did I tell you?
Yeah, Curtis, you told me.
So this is hey, what's this, fall now? That's your fall look?
No, this is spring.
Spring look? It's spring? Oh, this your spring look.
Yeah.
Okay.
April. It's about to be April.
Yeah. Hey, you know what it is, right? It's
What?
Aries season.
That's it.
Aries season.
That's
yeah. Yeah. So next month, this young
I
buck,
started off
this young buck,
next month.
this young buck's birthday is next month. So I'm not doing too much because COVID. Until I get my shot, I ain't doing nothing. So I'm
You don't
scared.
need to do that. What day is your birthday on?
April the 12th.
You're the 12th. My fiance is the 12th too. And I am the 1st. I celebrate the entire month.
Nah.
So, I'm taking any gift cards, reservations, money, any gifts, I'm welcoming them now. You can start, pouring them in. Yeah. I celebrate the whole month. Do you celebrate the whole month, Curtis?
What you told me a couple weeks ago, we ain't built like that no more. So I can't do it. Because I already know if I celebrate what I'm be doing, and my body just can't do it like that no more.
Oh, well, I'm not talking about that. Like
after day 3, I'd be like, I'm drinking water for the rest of the month because I can't do it.
I'm not talking about all that. I'm just saying, self-care, celebrate the entire month. Hey, yeah, I do. I'm one of those people.
Yeah. We have some upcoming events that our producer wants to talk about. So we're going to give her a little time to bring that to share with everybody that's on the show today. And I just got a text. Outstanding speaker. I'm glad she took the opportunity because I've been asking her for a minute, and I was like, you need to get out of there and promote what you're doing, and I think with that you get more assistance. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, well, how some people are. They want to, because they're small, they don't want to get out there and reach out to people. But like you said, there's people like you and myself and other people that's in the community that's willing to give if you just tell us what you're doing. As long as there's a reason, people will give. You got to tell me what it's for, because if you just ask me for a donation, I'm gonna say, what is it for? But when you say I'm asking for donations to give to the homeless or the needy, hey, that's too easy. Like you said, I could put down $10 or $20 for a meal or something I was doing,
Mhm.
and give to give to the nonprofit. It's too easy to
Yeah,
do that.
I wonder if she knows about what is it called? I'm gonna have to research and look up I know the name of the company, but to research to just give her that information to see about her contacting this sock company called Bombas, and I know
Hmm.
they give a lot of their socks out, and that's one of their drives is to give it out to homeless people
Yeah.
in the shelters, so that the people will have socks, and they're really really good socks, because I use them. But yeah, so I'm gonna research that, get that information for her, and maybe she can shoot them a letter and maybe get some socks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, anybody who can assist or knows contacts, however, whatever lane you can assist in and help, do so. Go contact her through her email that we put up.
Yeah.
So
Or she can, or they can just email us and we'll get the information to her.
yeah, or email us and we can forward it to her.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, you can buy two purses or one purse, or I know at one point, this organization was doing suitcases for like
Hmm.
kids that were in foster care and stuff, because a lot of them keep their belongings in plastic bags.
Right.
Um, so
Absolutely.
if
Good
they
idea.
can have a suitcase that they can get, to carry their things in, it's less demeaning. You don't feel like you're trash putting your stuff in a trash bag, because you're
Mhm.
already, separated from your biological family in this situation. So anything that'll help, that'll help. And I love it that it was a thought, like she said, it came from the heart. She saw a need, it pulled, and boom, it's like, okay, let me go to the store and get some shoes. Let me, go, like when you see a person on the street and they have that food hungry, you might not have cash or money to give them, but you can say, okay, they're hungry, let me stop over here to Waterburg or whatever and get a meal, a number
Mhm.
one or a two, and take it back to them and give it to them, and
Yeah.
then be able to let that go. Because I know a lot of people, when they give money, they be like, oh, they just gonna do whatever. But don't you worry about what they're gonna do with it. You did your part.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about what they're gonna do with the money. You just did your part.
Yeah.
God led you to do that. You did it, and then be done with it.
Mhm.
You move on and let them do whatever it is, because nobody tells us ourselves what to do with our money other than we have to pay those bills.
Yeah.
But just let that part go. So I know a lot of people are hesitant to giving because they're like, oh, I don't want them to go do drugs, or I don't want them to get drink and get drunk or whatever. But that's not your business.
Yeah.
You give it to them. You don't know what they need it for. So you're blessing that person at that time. You're there, that need for them. They might have prayed for the first time that day and said, Lord, I need help. And you were their help,
Yeah.
So you just never know. You be a blessing to somebody. We're here to be blessings.
That's it. So we'll go over the announcements now. Remember the Omega Psi Phi Scholarship, young men and women here in El Paso. Scholarship opportunities for college bound seniors. April 30th. You got almost a little over a month to get those scholarships applications in to the Brothers of Omega Psi Phi Sigma Chi chapter here in El Paso, Texas. So the information is on the flyer. So if you would like, email J Brown at sigmachi oppf.org. If you would like an application, just give them a email, send them your email information, and I'm sure they'll get the information back to you. This is
Right.
the who's this?
The
Oh, yeah,
Deltas.
Paso Alumni Chapter Scholarship Committee at gmail.com. And this is for the El Paso Alumni Chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Uh, this is Fedora's fraternity. Their
No,
scholarship
sorority.
program.
Get it
Is it?
right.
Does it say
It's my
application?
sorority. Deadline application is May 5th.
Okay, there you go.
Hmm.
Applications May
So,
5th. So you have to email the El Paso Alumni Chapter Scholarship Committee to request an application. Am I correct on that?
to get the packet, yeah,
Okay.
DST, I guess that's a dash epac.org,
Hmm.
or you can go to Facebook or Twitter at DST epac, and
Hmm.
then the deadline is May 5th. So you have some time to get that in, fill that packet out, get it
But
in.
don't
Um,
wait too long like they do.
yeah, don't wait till the last minute. Get it in so it can be reviewed. Make sure you answer all the questions, have all the paperwork correct, mail it back, and yeah, so you can get some scholarships. And remember, that money is really, really needed. It can help with books, it can help with a class, depending upon where you go. So yeah, just apply, those seniors, because any money is, well needed.
Yeah. The El Paso Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Club 2021 scholarship deadline is April 30th. This is a little over a month and 3 days or something like that. So apply now at epbsmc.com. So apply for that scholarship. There's opportunities, young men and women. So take advantage of it. That's some money. That's free money. Okay, the El Paso chapter links. They have a 3-basket fundraiser coming up. You have the Black-owned business basket, the Easter basket, and the spa basket. For additional information, contact Miss Diane Williams at her address and her email at ladycsm49@yahoo.com for tickets.
And they're $5 a piece
$5 a
for the
piece.
raffle. Hmm.
Oh, promote your Black-owned business free. All you have to do is join the Black Business Directory, um, and we will promote your business through the Black El Paso pages at elpasoblackpages.com. Don't be afraid. Just let everybody know that hey, you got a
And it's
business need
free.
out there, and it's
It's
free.
free 99.
Free. It's free, everybody. It's free. So don't be afraid. Okay.
All right. And on May 11th through the 12th, you can register um, for the Power Links Business Expo. So it's Get Linked Up, and it's for businesses to come together, to promote your business or link up and do some collaboration with other businesses. And that is all virtual. It is May 11th through the 12th. And let me see about the link.
It says it's going to have exhibits, conferences, seminar, workshop, and networking. So a whole lot going on in 2 days.
Mhm. So, yeah, it's a lot. I
And
was
it's
trying to
online.
see.
And it's online.
It's going to be all online.
Okay.
Does it give an email there? Because, I'm blind. I can't see.
Can't see it. Can't see it. She's gonna have to probably put it at the bottom. I can't see it on here.
Yeah. We'll put a ticker at the bottom
Very small.
for the link
Okay.
for Black businesses. All right. And let's see. There it is. Info at thepowerlinkexpo.com. Info at thepowerlinkexpo.com. That's where you go to register. And you still have some time for that, May 11th through 12th. So we'll put it up in our announcements for next week as well. So you'll be hearing about it. And then Curtis.
Mondays at noon with Curtis Smith, host of the Black on the Border. If y'all want to have some topics, just let me know, and I'll try to get the guest on there and we can talk about it. Because just being yourself, living Black on the border, It's all about, it's a little different from Sweet 915. We get on there and we say what we need to say. We got a good one coming up. So tune in. I'm trying to get Fedora on there. She don't want to do it.
What am I gonna talk about? What am I gonna say?
Angry. Hey, what are we working on? We're working on see, you about to let the cat out of the bag.
That's you talking.
The angry black woman. The
What?
see,
What you
see,
say?
see. I didn't say it. We just gonna talk about it.
Oh, that's negative. That's
That's
a
not.
that's a slur.
Hey, listen. We're
What's
gonna
wrong with
talk
me,
about it
Curtis?
on Black on the Border. We're gonna let you express yourself. That's what's some girl's name? Salt and Pepper. So you can say what you want. You can express yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's not it's not gonna be called an angry black woman. It's the misconception of the title,
Mm,
the angry black woman. So
yeah.
if I get
Destroying the myths and
if,
stereotypes, because that's a stereotype.
okay,
That's
so,
a myth.
so
All
everybody
right. So
put in the chat to say Fedora, go on the
call it
show.
what it
And
is.
say it.
What? What?
They're gonna put in the
Don't
chat,
be put.
Fedora, come on the show. Because you don't want to come on the show. We're gonna talk about it.
I can talk about it. We'll see.
You want to talk about it, Fedora?
I say we'll see.
We'll see. So you got any words of encouragement for the day before we get out of here? It's time to check it.
Well, that we're gonna be having a Black Expo coming up in August.
Oh
So
yeah.
I know that's early, and we're
Hmm.
gonna be the host of that. The virtual. It's gonna be virtual,
Okay.
but we'll be hosting that.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, and then don't just put out there. Let me tell you for future reference. Don't just like spew out, "Oh, we're gonna have a show on the angry black woman." No, it's destroying the myths and stereotypes. So we will be getting stuff in our DMs and our inbox from people fussing because of your mouth. All right, let me just put that out there. That
Okay.
is destroying the myths and stereotypes of that title, Angry Black Woman. So let me correct that, make it plain, make it
Yeah.
known.
And our producer
Uh-huh.
don't want to come on the show either because she said she just can't handle that conversation. So I I'm just the host. I got the
Yeah,
questions
then you go put it
and,
back. I'm
and I
just
and
the
I got
host.
the research
Whatever.
behind it. So I'm just not gonna just say something and so to offend my sisters. I'm not gonna do that. I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what you got to say. And if you would like to be a guest, email me at my email address. You can email me
Sweet
if you like.
915 at Gmail.
I would love to have y'all come on there and talk about it. Just talk about it. We're gonna talk.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk. And
Yeah.
we're gonna clear up the misconceptions and the myths and stereotypes. Because I would like to know myself. So Diane Williams, if you're out there, please contact me. Retired Command Sergeant Major, 30
I
years.
know she got a lot. I know she probably have a lot to say.
Exactly.
That'd be a good
Exactly.
conversation. All the stuff I'm sure she has
Yes,
had to go through.
exactly. And yeah, I know
Because
she's
that's a
been busy.
male dominated field too.
Yeah,
So
she's been busy lately.
and the Muriel and being in the military, I mean, I could just understand, like I could see it really in corporate America, but like for females and when women in the military, I know they've had it hard. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Because it's
So
so male
yeah, I
dominated.
just want to, that's what I said. I want to get a variation from different women in different fields that,
Mhm.
so we can clear it up. You can say what you need to say, and it's like I said, it's your opinion or fact or whatever. You can talk about it.
I mean, it's a stereotype. The same thing about labeling us as strong black women. Yeah, I mean, we strong because God created us that way, but that doesn't mean that we don't feel too. That don't mean that we don't need assistance and help from our, brothers or whatever. So yeah.
Mm,
And what you got that smirk on your face for?
we'll talk about that at another time. That's another topic. We're gonna talk about that.
Oh, I know.
We're gonna talk about that another time. Make sure
Hmm.
I write that down. What you just
Yeah.
said,
Yep.
write that down right now. Strong
Yep.
black. The strong black woman. That's what you said, right?
That's another little
Misconception.
stereotype, or well,
Stereotype.
not really a misconception because we are strong, but don't don't put that on everything that since we're so strong, we supposed to be able to take this, that, and the other. That's all I'm saying.
I grew up in the '90s, Fedora. So yeah, yeah. We're gonna talk about that one. I got you. I got you. I wrote it down. We'll talk about it. But we're gonna close out today. So thanks for everybody for tuning in today. Another great show. We closing out Women's History Month. We had some great women on here to talk about what they do and their experiences and stuff like that. And we thank them for being a part of the show. And we thank you for tuning in and watching us today and the last couple of Sundays too.
Yep.
Anything else, Fedora, before we go?
No, other than what I always say, just make sure you keep love in your heart and be safe, wear those masks. Curtis, I meant to ask you, do you double mask?
Yes, I do now.
What you talking about you do now? See, you should have been double mask the whole time. I told you.
I do now. Hey.
Now you want to listen. Now
Hey, I don't even hang around a crowd larger than 5 people.
You shouldn't have been anyway. You shouldn't. Shoot. You be turning around like this in line.
Hey, if they get too close, I just move and I move out the line. Put that stuff back and leave the store. Like, look, man.
I don't want you to be getting anxiety and stuff now.
Hey, man, you don't understand. If you don't understand this COVID thing, boy, listen.
It's real, man.
It's real. That COVID thing was no joke.
I know. Shoot, you had me worried there, man.
Yeah. So I'll talk about my experience another time too when Fedora interviews me. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah, I was thanking all my friends that checked on me and family members that checked on me and stuff like that. It was rough. It was a rough time, but I made it. I'm here. Yeah. Shed a couple pounds. Still can't eat right, but I'll get back to the normal.
Might not need to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But thank y'all again for tuning in. Have a great Sunday, great Palm Sunday. And God bless you. Have a good day.
All right. Bye.